So the other day, when going by the discount building supply store, I saw this pile of insulation in garbage bags next to their free pallets. So I didn't know what the deal was, so I asked them. And they said, yeah, we had a bunch that ripped in shipping. It's all brand new, but we shoved it into garbage bags and it's half off. And so I was already planning on doing some more insulation in my little workshop. And I went back and got it, loaded up into the truck, brought it home, pulled it all out, saw what I got. Turned out that I had like 350, no, 300 square feet. And I was only looking for 250. I paid $45 for it. So it was like a third of the cost I would have gotten it had I paid for it new at Lowe's or Home Depot. Brought it home, got it all out, figured out what I had, then got to work on the garage. This is a project I've been working on over the last few weeks. It's just a 200 square foot shed, more than a garage, and I want to make it a usable workshop. So I've already insulated the ceiling. I've added shelving as much as I could possibly above in the rafters. I've sold things that I didn't need anymore, and I purchased a bunch of tools, including what you see here, this track saw, to be able to use again in my small space. What else have I done? I've built some rolling carts for a couple of tools, and the insulation should make it be easier to keep the sound as I'm sawing stuff from disturbing people on the outside, and it'll also make it easier to keep cool in the summer and heat it in the winter. I've never had heating or air in it, but right now I have an air conditioner in the window. And later on, I don't know when I'll get to it. I'd like to put in some kind of a ductless, some kind of a mini split system. I don't know when that's going to be. This is just outside my house, and so one of the things I like about it is when I'm working, my wife or kids can come and hang out with me while I'm doing it. This insulation mostly is in 16-inch bats, but some of them were 24-inch bats, which was kind of nice because my wall has some 24-inch bats and some 16-inch bats. Um, the the plywood I got also at the bargain supply store. Normally these sheets are like 25 bucks each, but this was uncertified, which I think maybe means didn't pass the inspection process at the lumber mill. But it's totally fine for what I'm using it for. I'm not using it for structural. I'm not using it on a roof. So I got it for 10 bucks each. Again, I got like 3 sheets for the price of one. So for this whole wall, I think I spent $25 in materials to get it insulated and the sheeting on it. Most of the time, for this cutting, I've just been using my scroll saw, but the track saw has been really nice. I've never had a track saw before, and it's way better than measuring it out, clamping down a straight edge, figuring out the distance that I need to move the straight edge from the line because of the distance on the cut in my saw. The track saw, you just line it up with your mark, and you can cut. You can clamp it, or you can not clamp it. You can connect my vacuum to it, so it doesn't make a lot of dust. I really like the track saw, but the scroll saw, anybody can work with a scroll saw. If you don't have a saw, I'd recommend getting a scroll saw. It's really easy to use. Um, Here I am almost wrapping up the project for the day. Took me probably 4 hours total from the beginning to the end. It's interesting to see the transformation that has happened with this project on this garage over the years that we've owned it. We've been here a little over 10 years. When we first bought it, there were no kids. There was just me who had a bike. My wife didn't have a bike. We didn't have any kids coming and going at different times. We did park a car in here at once. It barely fit a Subaru Forester, but once I put a shelf in, we couldn't fit anymore. So I've used it for storage. I've used it for little projects here and there. I've never had a good workspace other than the center. Most of my jobs have been off-site. Now I want to work at home in the garage more often. But I need a place for a freezer. I need a place for bikes. This is an evolving project. Thanks for watching.